Yeah, really excited to present the children's BAFTAs actually. In all my years of being a CBBC presenter, I never won one. So this is my opportunity to stand on stage at the BAFTAs, which will be nice. And hopefully I'll even get to hold one of the famous trophies. But it'll be great, you know, it's where I started my career doing kids TV. And I'm still a big Dick and Dom fan at heart, so it'll be nice to see the boys. And yeah, have a good evening. Yeah, I am still in touch with all the guys I did kids TV with. The thing is, like, you share quite an intimate life together. And when you're on live TV with somebody, you get to know them quite intimately and quite quickly. So yeah, we still like to keep in touch with each other, get together for a few reunions now and then. But it's weird to think that, you know, I was on kids TV 10 years ago. So it's weird for me now when I chat to people who are like 19 or 20 years old. And they're like, oh, I grew up with you. I was 7 when you were on CBBC, and I'm just thinking, oh my God, I feel so old, you know? Look at the TV presenters now. Philip Schofield, Kids TV, Anton Deck, Kids TV, Reggie Yates, Kids TV, Holly Willoughby, Kids TV, Stephen Mulhern, Kids TV, Fern, Kids TV. You know, almost every TV presenter now started out and basically learned about the industry and earned their stripes in kids telly. And I think it's really important that, you know, something like the children's BAFTAs is a chance for us to almost say thank you really to the fact that, you know, children's TV is so important. And also, it's like the first TV that a lot of young people watch. And if you start off loving the BBC or ITV or Channel 4 at a young age, you know, you grow through your life with those channels. So it's quite an important role. You know, like Tom and Jerry. I could sit and watch Tom and Jerry, but I would struggle to watch something like Ben 10.
Right.
Yeah, it's very different. But my little nephew is Ben 10 mad, I think. And I've got a 7-month-old, so at the moment we're watching ludicrous cartoons like the Octonauts and things like that. I cry at most things. What would have been the last film? The last time, I mean, I'll tell you the time I remember really, really crying was when I went to see the film Marley and Me at the cinema about the Labrador that died, and I was like, and it wasn't just like that, it was like proper, full-on sobbing. And there was a couple of people in there who weren't crying, and I was looking at them thinking, man, you've got a heart of stone, how can you not cry at this film? I'm a dog lover, so that kind of made me cry. I mean, I travelled a lot when I worked on Formula 1 as the Formula 1 presenter, so I had a PS Vita, which was really handy actually because it would slip in my bag and I'd take it around to various places. And I suppose mainly because I was working on Formula 1, I loved the Codemasters F1 game because the circuits with the genuine tracks and the genuine cars. And what was good about that actually was that I'd get to a circuit and I would know the track because I played the computer game, and it's really strange. So I'd be watching like qualifying unfold, and I could ask a question to, you know, David Coulthard to say something like, you know, it's really hard to get your braking point right for turn 1 here, isn't it, in Japan? And I knew that because I'd played it on the computer on the way over on the plane or something like that. So that was really helpful actually. Because I did, and it basically what happened was I spent all my time on here, and I would get on the tube or sit at home, and I'd suddenly be like, right, and I'd do that, and my wife would be like, Jake, are you gonna talk to me? Are you gonna have a conversation with me? And eventually I thought, I'm wasting my life just playing these games constantly. And I was on the tube a few days ago, and I've given them up now. So instead I just download the latest tunes and listen to music, or the radio on my phone. And I was looking around on this tube, and every person was. And I just kind of thought, is it that much of an achievement that you've made it through the next level of Tap the Frog or whatever it is that you're obsessed with, you know? Good question. I had Manchester City down as my favourites for the Premier League at the start of the season, and I think they've just been woeful away from home. Really struggled. Liverpool have looked good, but I wonder whether they've got the strength and depth to hold out and really challenge for the Championship. Man United look off the pace, but they're getting better. Arsenal, beaten by United last week. You know, anyone can beat anyone in this league. I think Arsenal's big issue is they've only got one striker, really. And you know, when you're bringing on Nicholas Bentley, you're never going to win the Premier League doing that.
He'll tell you different.
He absolutely will, yeah. And then you've got Chelsea, where Jose Mourinho is kind of just starting to build a team that was not his. You know, he's starting to make them play in the way that he wants them to. So difficult to call it, but I just think Chelsea actually.